In Overland Park, we see a variety of foundation types. Overland Park was kind of built starting back into the early 1900s and is still continuing to grow today. So we see stone foundations, we see block and mortar foundations, we see concrete slabs, and of course poured uniform concrete walls. The clay in our soils affects all of those types of foundations kind of equally and in similar fashions. You know, right now with the drought, as the clay begins to recede away from the foundations are settling. And so we find ourselves in Overland Park doing a lot of concrete piering, a lot of underpinning the houses, and ultimately taking piers, driving them down to bedrock and full resistance, and then helping resolve the settling that's going on. Now come in the spring, when it begins to get wet, each of those foundations may react to the swelling of the clays in the soil a little bit differently depending on the foundation wall itself. But we have solutions for each type of foundation, whether it's a stone or a crawl space or a uniform poured wall, a solution for each of those somewhat in a similar fashion, but also somewhat different as well. We'll do a lot of interior drains in those types of foundations where we will put a gravel bed inside the foundation. We'll grade that to a sump pump and then protect all of the leaky walls in that particular types of foundation, drain that to the sump pump and get rid of the water. We'll find that resolution quite a bit, you know, come springtime. And then if we have cracks in the foundation, we have injection techniques and carbon fiber techniques that can help add structural rigidity to foundation walls or stop leaky walls, you know, through cracks in the foundation as well. But in Overland Park, we do see a variety of different types of foundations. Fortunately, at KC Pier, we have resolutions for all types. I guess the biggest problem with foundation problems, whether it's cracks or water in basements, is the issues just simply don't resolve themselves. And the sooner that you tend to resolve the issue tends to save you money, because the issue is only smaller and escalating. It is on a curve to escalate and extrapolate and get worse. And the repair bills, as the repair gets worse, only get bigger. So we can go, for example, from a 2 or 3 I-beam wall and resolve that for just a few $100s. But if you allow that wall to continue to move, that wall can then become a few $1,000s. And most repairs, when it comes to whether it's structural and settling or walls or cracks that are getting worse, or waterproofing, if the water is showing up in one corner, it'll begin to kind of spread along the walls and maybe find itself through different corners. If you can resolve that early enough, you can stop the issue right away and it won't get worse, which ultimately is going to save you money.